Geo, I need freaking hand. I need hands. I need hands. I'm trying to open my alcohol right now. I need hands. Wait, I'm gonna. Oh wait. This is what you do, right? You take the drink, right, and you use the McFarlane stand. Here we go. Think smarter, not harder. Ha ha. Guess whose mic cut out again? We fixed it eventually. No, it's hard to reach it. I don't have long witch nails, so I couldn't access it. Zooey mama. So as you guys probably can tell, recently I've been on a bit of the Marvel Rivals hype train, as everyone else has, and so not only have I started a very ambitious art project where I'm drawing all of our characters in the art style as good as I can, because I'm not a very good artist, but I'm doing my best. But I'm also, I'm having a lot of fun playing the game, and I'm still kind of learning what character there's some characters I haven't even played yet. There's so many damn characters in this game. So the other night, I decide, hey, let's try something different. Let's try a Vanguard or tank. Let's try Groot. So I play as Groot, and there's a Jeff in our team, right? Jeff the Land Shark. So there's a team up feature for both of those characters where they both get buffs. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. The guy playing Jeff immediately jumps on my back. And I'm just like, oh, this is a wholesome little moment. Like, that's fun and cute. That guy did not jump off my back for the entirety of the game. He was locked on there. Basically, turns out Groot's actually quite fun to play, because he's got this great move where you can just throw his vines, and then he's got this bomb move. He can also create walls like Fortnite, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not very good with that. I usually just end up blocking what we're doing every single time I use them, so I tend not to use them. But Jeff acted as my turret. So he would turn around, he'd heal all of our teammates, and then he'd heal me, and then he'd shoot guys. And I might have died twice that entire game. But that Jeff, whenever he saw me, he just jumped on my back, and it was the most wholesome moment because we were just winning. He was such a sweet guy. He was so nice, and he was doing such a good job. So you know what? That's my favorite pair. I know you can do the same with Rocket too, but Rocket doesn't seem as good as a healer because Jeff can just spray his friggin' water everywhere. Rocket has to actually throw shit out. I don't know the technicalities of it all, but either way, it was a wholesome game, and we won both the games, so we won completely. We did very well, and the whole entire time I was just I was so happy. I was just emoting with my boy Jeff because he was such a good, wholesome guy, and I tried to do it with a different Groot. And he wanted me off so badly. I don't know what was happening. He just kept punching the air, and then because I don't think they can force you to get off. So I think he was just he would just do this, and I was like, what's he doing? He clearly doesn't want me on there. And so that was kind of sad. I know. I wanted to make the dream team happen, but he wasn't feeling it. He wasn't. Some people did. I mean, that might be the best game I've ever played because it was just we won so easily. And we conquered, and unfortunately,
you won, and you made friends along the way.
I did. I'll never remember that guy ever again. He'll be forever forgotten in my mind. I remember him, but I will never. I don't even know his name. So he's just a lost soldier of time. Yeah. I'm gonna find him 60 years down the line. He's be like, "You're the guy I played with Marvel Rivals," and he's like, "Yeah," and we're gonna become best friends.
Hello, welcome to the ATG podcast. My name is Tyler, aka Bionic Kasai, and I'm joined today by Stupid Craphead. And I don't have anything to show, but Braden's getting something maybe soon.
I'm getting things. Future Braden, take it away.
All right, I got angry, pissed off, shoot your dick off, Reveltech Woody, and I got this skeleton guy who his hands are a nightmare to put on. Good God. And Woody comes with a bunch of faces, and they're pretty cool. This guy is a little wobbly and gimpy, but you know what? Woody's honestly look at that. Is that not? He does not come with a shotgun. Shotgun's from him, but he's keeping the shotgun because I can't believe he can actually hold it.
Thank you for taking it away.
All right, lads. Sorry, I'm not on the pod. I just want to put some clips in, so I'm going to talk about some show and tell stuff. Last week, I sent in clips of things that I got, and one of the items I forgot to show off was this. Now, this is the NECA Ultimate Predator Stalker figure. I got this roughly at the same time as those 3D printed kits, and I just forgot to like send it in. So here it is. It's an amazing figure. For like a character that like appears on screen for like a few seconds. I think NECA has done a stellar job on this figure, and honestly, this mask here is just superb. It's probably one of my new favorites from the Predator franchise. I just love the way it looks. And then the other thing I received was this. Now, this is a Lego CMF from series 27, I believe. And this is the Steampunk Inventor. I love steampunk, and I love Victorian England and that aesthetic. So to get a minifigure in that style, I had to get it, and honestly, it's just packed full of detail, and it's just a beautiful little thing. Genuinely one of my new favorites in my collection.
And now my boyfriend is going to talk about Transformers.
So Hasbro put a few posts on Instagram with some new reveals, and yeah, I've got some opinions on them. So the first one they revealed was this Amazon 2-pack, which features Topspin and Spinister, two characters and two molds that have been released previously before. Spinister came out in Siege. That must have been about like 2020 or something, or 2020. And then Topspin is a reissue of a figure that came out in like 2017. So it's a set with old figures essentially. The only drawn aspect is that you're getting Spinister in his comic colors, and he comes with his weaponizers for the first time. For some reason, he never originally came with it. Topspin comes with his headmaster, and yeah, it looks like a fun 2-pack. I would not mind picking this up. I mean, I've already owned both sculpts before. I don't own them now. So if it's a decent price, I wouldn't mind picking this one up. The next reveal for the Age of Primes toy line is the Titan class Trypticon. Now, again, this is another re-release. Trypticon came out ages ago. I can't remember when exactly it was. It must have been around 2016 or something like that. I could be wrong. But basically, this is just a reissue of a pre-existing Titan with updated paint apps and stuff. I don't think there's new sculpts or anything like that. I just think they've changed the paint for it. It looks good, but it's an old figure. I won't be getting it. So, and then the Studio Series had a few figures. So firstly, I want to talk about this Transformers Devastation Optimus Prime deluxe figure. What a fucking mess. God, this is abs. Do you know what, right? Looking at that truck mod, it's so bad. Just, if you've seen like the 360 of this thing, the back is fucking appalling. And I'm like, how the fuck do you manage to do that? I mean, it looks like it's from the game, but apart from that, it's nothing special. The truck mode is just awful, absolutely awful, and the figure itself is just a bit naff. Now, the reason why they've decided to do this is because they're releasing the Studio Series 86 Devastator, and they kind of want an Optimus in scale with it, which I get, but this is a really shitty fucking Optimus to release. So that was the first figure in the segment. So the next one is another reissue, surprise, surprise, of the 86 Jazz. Now, Jazz was the first character in the 86 Studio Series line. So trying to get him now, it's pretty hard to get, and their reasoning is they want these characters available, which I'm completely, understanding towards, because scalpers are fucking ridiculous and the prices you pay on the secondary market is just beyond a joke. So I fully understand why they're doing this. But yeah, they are re-releasing Deluxe Jazz from the 86 Studio Series line. And then next, which is a new reveal, is from Dark of the Moon. We are getting Deluxe Class Wheeljack, or Q. A god-awful design, but one that Hasbro hasn't touched since 2011, I believe, or early 2012, when the toy line was kind of phasing out for Dark of the Moon. He's only had one release previously, and it's a pretty appalling design. The figure here is it's honestly a mess. Again, with the 360, the kibble on the back is appalling. Like, it just looks like you can't do much with it. And I understand that they wanted to get as much detail into it. It just doesn't look like a fun figure to actually handle. Yeah, he's just whatever. And grey plastic, return of the grey plastic. What a surprise! But we'll get onto that, because Hasbro love grey plastic. Next is another War for Cybertron reveal, and this is Voyager class Ironhide. Ironhide is essentially just a repaint of Ratchet, but he has a few differences within the game, and thankfully they've actually captured it here. I thought he was just going to be a straight up repaint, but he's not. He's got a different torso, different shoulder pads, different weapons, and yeah, he looks solid. I do love Ironhide, and I would love to pick up this release. I do love his design in the game, so this is definitely one that I would be picking up. But yeah, a solid reveal. Next, we're getting another reissue. Re-release, and this is of Leader Class Shockwave from Dark of the Moon. Again, an incredibly hard figure to get hold of. He sells for stupid money on the secondary market, so the fact that they want to help new collectors out and have the availability, I understand it. And I missed out on this originally. I wouldn't mind picking this up, because I do love Shockwave's design in Dark of the Moon. And I love Shockwave in general. He's one of my favourite characters. So I kind of feel obliged to like any design that comes my way, for the most part. But yeah, it's a solid re-release. Definitely one that I'm glad they're doing. He does come with Brains and Wheelie, and he also comes with a Nest Soldier with the parachute, which is in reference to the scene in the movie where the paratrooper kind of wraps himself around Shockwave and blinds him. I think this is selling for like 55 here in the UK, which is more than the original price, so you're paying more for less, which is annoying. But finally, the big one, the Age of Extinction Leader Class Optimus Prime. What a fucking mess. Right, so firstly, I love the Knight design for Optimus in Age of Extinction and The Last Knight. I know it's a design that isn't typically liked by fans, but for me, it is one of my favourites. I love Knight and I love Optimus, and mixing them together is a match made in heaven for me, and I just love this design. But Hasbro have never been able to capture it properly. They've just always struggled with it and never got it right. So I think they've had like 3 other attempts. There was 2 for Age of Extinction, which was just terrible. And then they brought one out for The Last Knight, which was somewhat decent, but I wouldn't say good. And then this is their latest attempt, and it's just a bit of a mess, to be fair. Firstly, the kibble on the back is terrible. They've never been able to really figure out where to put the cab of the truck on this design. The grey plastic. Why are you using grey plastic? Paint doesn't cost that much, Hasbro. Like, the amount of money you make, buy some fucking paint and paint the fucking thing instead of giving us shitty grey plastic. The one thing I will say, or the two things that I do like about this release is, one, the Sentinel shield actually separates and reveals the barrels. That's one thing I wish the YOLO Park release actually did, because that's my only gripe with that release, that it doesn't have the barrels for the shield. And it actually comes with his Energon blade that he has for one scene in the movie when he's fighting Galvatron. Again, grey fucking plastic, not even painted. What is the point, man? Do you know what, right? The charging £55 for this thing, and it's so half-assed in terms of the paint and whatever. I will say I do appreciate that this is a earlier version of Optimus in the movie, where he hasn't got the night gauntlets. If you don't know, near the arse end of Age of Extinction, once he gets the Sword of Judgment, his forearms actually change into more knight armor. So I appreciate that they've kind of went for the pre-knight look, if that makes sense, in the movie. The truck mode looks really good. I will say they've always been able to capture the truck pretty well, but for some reason they've just never got this design right. And yeah, looking at the others that they've released previously, it is like the best out of the bunch, but that's not saying much. And the reason why I'm so critical of it is because Age of Extinction came out in 2014. We're currently in 2025. They have had more than enough time to actually try and do this design justice. And then you get something from YOLO Park, which is pretty much the same price, but comes with lights, die cast, and a shit ton of accessories, and looks like a work of art compared to this. And I understand the factors of that doesn't transform, this does, but it's just the fact that it looks so cheap. I hate the grey plastic. Why do they use it? I genuinely don't understand it. Hasbro have this obsession with grey plastic on Transformers figures, and it looks fucking awful. So that was my Transformers segment. I know I've ranted on. I've been a little too heated, I will say. But it's just because Hasbro boil my fucking piss and want to charge stupid money for subpar products.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I hate the fact. I hate when I go to Podpix. There's just the bloody fish woman in chat. I hate that. And Bride standing like a Chad. I don't know. I hate that. Anyways, no, it's not Little Skeleton. Little Skeleton. That's what you were saying.
I'm gonna add
He's pretty
the
cute.
Ghost Rabbit skeleton to my skeleton crew that I'm building.
Oh, he said the thing. I get it. No, that is cool. You know what? He's a fun little guy. I really like the texture on him. It makes it look real for a little dude. How big is he? Oh, okay. All right. He's a small guy, but he's got a lot of person. Are those magnets in the feet, or am I crazy? Oh, he can climb walls and shit? Oh my god.
Skibidi toilet figures. I hate them, but Cameraman is in Fortnite. So if you want him for your Fortnite collection, you can do that.
All right. Well, they've done it now. They've officially breached our world, you know. We've got all your favorite characters here. We've got TV Woman. Oh, there's actual, and I didn't know this. Dark Speaker Man, Plunger Man, and of course, Cameraman. All the classic characters you'd ever want. There is an argument to be made if you're looking for the worst, cheapest fodder. I guess here you go. It's not particular. It's very stylized. I guess you could throw these guys in like a Fortnite display, I guess. Aside from that, I mean, they look about as rough as you can imagine. And it's just like, it's another sign that like, the rapture is coming. But we should talk about a bit of a palate cleanse.
Shut the hell up, Brayden. Hasbro Pulse had a live stream today, a Marvel Legends live stream.
It did.
And they revealed Jean Grey / Marvel Girl.
It's really cool whenever I see a character like this because I always go, I know Robo's going to be happy about that. That's basically it. Like, it's just literally just talking about it. Yeah, exactly. So it's like getting her out so soon after Cyclops is a great idea. That's a really smart. We don't know how she's releasing yet. Never mind. We do. She's on the retro card packaging. Now they got to finish that team. I'm pretending like I know what that team is, but
Electro looks good. Probably couldn't get the likeness rights.
This was the big one that we basically, we knew about this one.
If you look at Electro's mouth and like jaw, doesn't really look like anything like Jamie Foxx.
True. He has the big electric effects that come with the woman Electro, but in yellow. So that's cool. I was saying how it would have been cool if he had an alternate head, but everyone's like, nobody cares. And I'm like, that's why they have the benefit of just slapping a giant electric thing on his face. So it worked out for them, I guess. Looks great, though. I mean, you got all the main villains. It took forever, but I didn't even think about how long it actually has been, because that movie released in 2021, and it's 2025 now. It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. It really is crazy. But hey, he's here. That's great. Round it out. Cool. This one, for some reason, this one didn't like excite me because we knew it was happening, and I figured it would probably be pretty good. So when I saw it, I was just like, yeah, that's Electro. That looks good. It did excite me though, Ty. Really excited.
Spider-Man, good Spider-Man, new Spider-Man, sperm.
It does, maximally. I can only assume this is an effort to compete with the import market.
Spider-Man comes with 2 web lines, a very clearly Jada-inspired stand, splooge effect, web net that's going out, Spidey sense effect, a web shield, an unmasked head, an alternate squinty eye head, and 2 ungloved web shooter hands, fist hands, wall crawling hands, flip hands, grip hands, and flip hands with the sploogies.
I mean, this really is. Now, I think the thing is, for a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but you'll hear later that this isn't exactly the Spider-Man of choice for everyone. But regardless, it is so. This is 90s McFarlane, yes. But regardless, you can't deny the fact that this is at least a really cool, well-done figure. Like, there's so much effort that went into this. The fact that it's all new, the fact that it's got crazy articulation, the fact that it comes with 60 accessories is great. It's all really, really dope. The big thing, and the figure looks just really good. Like, every pose that this thing can strike looks perfect. It really does look like the best Spider-Man figure on the market. Like, it's up there.
I am really glad that there's some innovation finally coming to the Marvel Legends line with the new Maximum line, because it is pretty sick. It's pretty exciting. Got a creepy Peter Parker face. It looks weird. I don't like that. But otherwise, there's clear Jada influence, sperm splooge, it's very clearly like an SH Figuarts inspired box. I think if it's more than $30, they'll be shooting themselves in the foot. But knowing Hasbro, I think it's going to be probably $40 to $50. And that's what I'm thinking the price would be.
Oh, also, forgot to mention, he does have articulated neck, which is fantastic. So that was actually what sold me. The moment they're like, "Oh, he's got articulate," I was like, "Yep, I'm in." I was like, I'm there, man. I'm there, because I was like, I'm good with my classic Amazing Friends, and then I was like, yeah, this one got me. That doesn't mean I'm going to be buying all these Maximum Series figures, especially if they're expensive. We don't know who's coming next. We were theorizing today. Lots of great potential. like a Doctor Strange, Punish. There's so many characters that you can do for this line, and we hope that there's as much effort put forward with this Spider-Man with every single figure of the line. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be pricey, and that will be a point of contention for a lot of people. But again, they will buy it. They will buy it. So don't you worry. This will go out of stock. It will be very hard to get your hands on. So if you want it, make sure you lock this shit in, because get that pre-order. We don't know what's going up. I think maybe they said like February-ish. Just be ready, be aware, because when this thing sells out, it's gonna be hard to get. So it's also a fan channel.
Rom, his guns do not look like guns. They look very strange. But he looks silly. He looks fun. Dakin has the freakish thwip claws because Wolverine can't have regular children with regular claws for some damn reason. Adam Warmsock is what I call him when he kills me in Marvel Rivals, because I don't like him very much. Ultimate Iron Man looks cool, but, it's Ultimate Iron Man. Ultimate Miles, his face looks strange. His head seems a little too big, and his jawline he's been mewing hard, mogging on the haters. Banshee, we've seen him before. It's just the blue costume that we got recently, but in green. But Robo's happy about it, so let the boy be happy. You're going to listen to Thatch Mac and Okoto talk about those Marvel Legends for probably like 30 minutes.
So Marvel Legends stream, I really, really liked a lot of it. I have some interesting thoughts about it. I'm not enthused, but I'm also excited. It's hard to explain. First off, Electro's awesome. He's perfect. He doesn't have a Jamie Foxx head, but I was never going to display him with a Jamie Foxx head if I had the option of an electricity head, and I do have an electricity head, and even if they had a second Jamie Foxx head, I would have never used it anyway, so that's fine. The next thing is the Maximum Spider-Man. Look, I think he looks amazing. The new sculpt looks great. Articulation looks great. I love the accessories. I love the thwips, especially with the goop coming out of them. I like the hands with the web shooters, and I like the face that he has with the squinting one eye and the open other eye. It looks like a Spider-Man Classics figure that kind of had that McFarlane look. Aiden has him, but there was another one where he had like one squinted eye and one open eye. So I'm more nostalgic for that than I do McFarlane or 90s Spider-Man. That's just not my era. I like John Romita Sr.'s style more. But he looks great. Definitely going to get it. Hoping he's not $45. I just don't have a lot of an attachment to the Spider-Man costume design particularly. But I think the accessories are great. He looks solid. And then next up, the Wave. I don't have a lot of thoughts on this. I'm really excited for the Miles because it really harkens back to the original Miles figure from forever ago. From the original Miles comic books from forever ago that I used to read when I was a kid. It's clearly stylized after his first run. Even the logo is like the same logo the old Ultimate Comics used to have. Very nostalgic for me to see. He looks great. Don't like the gripping hand. And I don't like the likeness. It's a little over-designed. I think it looks a little weird. But aside from that, I think this is a really solid, good figure. I'm definitely going to get him. Rest of the Wave is all right. I'm raising a Dwayne Johnson eyebrow over this whole mini comic premise to begin with, because it all just feels so trivial and arbitrary. And a lot of these decisions I don't understand, because it's not like these characters are unified, like they're all their first appearance iterations, or it's not like these characters are linked by a team or a corner of the Marvel Universe or a theme at all. They're all random. Some of them are from other universes. It's a very arbitrary collection of figures, and I'm wondering what the motivation was. Why these characters? And the only thing I could come to is that Hasbro's not doing well, so they're scaling back a lot of their product, and Marvel Legends has been overproducing product, and they're cutting the number of waves each year. So instead of doing a bunch of specialized waves, they're going to do a few more generic waves that can include a bunch of random figures in them, so that they can cross more different kinds of collectors, people who like Spider-Man, X-Men, but can make less figures overall. And this is their solution, and this really resembles how Marvel Legends was used to be done, where it was a wave of figures, and they were all kind of random. So I don't mind. I think it's a good idea to scale back, but I just think people are kind of taking this at face value, and the whole mini-comic gimmick seems very arbitrary. I just feel like there's more to this than we might think. I also think the Maximum line is also an attempt. It feels, I don't want to say desperate, but clearly they're trying to get people to buy it. I just think this whole stream feels like they're making a lot of decisions for the future of the line, and I think it's going to look a lot more like this going forward, but I don't mind so much. Anyway, those are pretty much all my thoughts. Daredevil trailer was peak. Don't even know if you guys have talked about that yet or not in the podcast, but it was peak. I'm excited. So, yeah, thanks, guys.
Hey gamers and gamettes, I'm sorry I couldn't be on the pod this week, especially when there's news I really want to talk about, but I thank Ty and Braden for allowing me to record one of these clips real quick just to talk about my thoughts. So I'll get right into it. The first big piece of news I wanted to talk about was the Daredevil Born Again official trailer. We finally got it. There's some new footage. We finally get to see more of the exchange between Fisk and Matt at the diner, talking about their history. There's a lot of tension behind it. I absolutely love it. The dialogue, just how they... Anytime those characters interact, it is just, I love it, man. I can eat that up, man. It's so good. It's so good. And we get to see more action sequences and different shots. The whole trailer is just really well put together. Gets me so excited. And the music, the orchestric or the organ, like haunting, like church theme over the original Daredevil theme from the Netflix show just sounds haunting and just incredible. I'm so excited for the show. If I had any concerns about it before, I don't remember them. So I'm definitely gonna be rewatching Daredevil again before this show comes out in March. But yeah, I hope they don't show much more. It's not like they're really gonna be spoiling. We know quite a bit, I want to say. I don't think there's gonna be any huge surprises for us, but who knows, that could change. But I'm just so excited to see these characters back in action again. Especially I think this season is going to contain, outside of new ones like Muse, I'm really excited to see him. And we're going to get White Tiger. That's going to be interesting. It's just so cool to see these characters back in action, I hope, in a very solid storyline. And this is just the beginning of it. So I'm so excited to see what we're in for. I think it's going to be great. So yeah, and then getting into the Marvel Legends stream, which happened the other day, the Maximum series, Spider-Man, based on the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man. That's more the style they went with for this figure. Just the whole, the Maximum series idea is an incredible idea. Just making a figure that's kind of more deluxe, but it's not like a massive figure. It's just like a standard figure, but also with more articulation and deco and with a load of accessories. I think that's such a smart approach from Hasbro. You know, it's like they've done with maybe thousands of Spider-Man, but if you combine certain elements, like all hands, everything you want to see in one package, it's just a great approach. I absolutely love it. I'm not huge on the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man design. I've never been number one fan of that. I'm more like Mark Bagley. I like Eric Larson, but I do appreciate Todd's take and style on the character, and I think it's kind of always made for a cool figure, cool toy. This figure looks fucking awesome. From the toe articulation we had back again, but a whole new body sculpt, different heads, all the web accessories, all the hands. I mean, and the new neck movement, the new neck joint they included. It is just superb. It is the next level in terms of Spider-Man figure for articulation from Hasbro, and the new web lines. That's so exciting, man, because I'm so sick of the ones we've been getting from Amazing Spider-Man figures from 2012. So yeah, totally 100% getting this. I absolutely love it. I'm so excited. I hope it's not too expensive. I hope it's like $40, but people are fearing it's like 50. We'll have to see, but it made me think about other characters we might get, which I hope maybe one day we'll get a deluxe Daredevil, Maximum Series Daredevil. I would love a Punisher, just a bunch of arsenal and explosions, different heads, and the classic costume. They can remold that. I know we just got the War Journal one. That's really excellent, but just to build upon it. I think there's a rumored one for Hulk. That one sounds pretty cool. I would maybe we were due for a really new classic Hulk outside of what we got for the Marvel Legends anniversary. But I think Iron Man would be great for obvious reasons, and I think Thor would be really cool because we haven't really got a brand new Thor in a while. Maybe with a fabric cape, I think that'd be a great way to use that. And yeah, so characters like that, and maybe you can do Cap. I think you gotta get like the main heroes you can think of because there's so much options you can do with that. But yeah, I absolutely cannot wait to get this Maximum Series Spider-Man. There's so much to talk about with him, and yeah, the spider sense you put over the different heads, and then the web shooters with the exposed hands out of the gauntlet. That's so cool. I absolutely love that. Yeah, I'm so excited to get this figure. Like I said, not ideal look for the character. If they did like a John Romita Sr. style for it, that would be preferred, but I don't mind it because the figure just looks incredible. I think it works here. I think it's fine. I'm thoroughly impressed that they were able to get this many web lines onto a Spider-Man figure coming from Hasbro, because I think this is the most they've done yet, because McFarlane always had so many web lines done. But it looks great. It looks great. I hope there's no QC issues when this guy comes out. And then getting to the other reveals they did reveal a new Retro Wave, which each of these figures come with a comic book accessory, which I think is an awesome idea. So we had characters like Banshee, Miles Morales from the Ultimate Comics, Iron Man from the Ultimate Comics, Rom, who I've definitely said before, one of my favorite, not like favorite characters, but like upcoming releases. I've been so stoked for that. And a character I've been waiting a long ass time for them to make a new figure of is Adam Warlock. And they also revealed the son of Wolverine. What's his fucking name? Dak or something? Yeah, something like that. But out of this wave, Rom, who we've known about for months, but he looks absolutely incredible. Everything I could have won out of Rom figure is there. Can't wait to get him. But the Adam Warlock figure, I've always wanted to do Adam Warlock, the classic, like based on Jim Starlin, Infinity Gauntlet, and he comes with Infinity Gauntlet #1 with a comic book accessory. Just looks great. Just perfect. Absolutely just exactly what I wanted. So Rom and Adam Warlock are like the two that really fill a big gap of what I wanted in my collection for quite some time. I'm so excited to get those two. Those are the only two I'm really looking to get from the wave. But the rest of the wave is pretty good. I know a lot of people are excited for Ultimate Spider-Man Miles, for Miles, and the Ultimate Iron Man. That's pretty cool. I'm not like 100% fan of the design. I think it's fine. I'm not as interested in that. I'm just too much distracted by Rom and Adam. But yeah, that's really all I can say for those reveals that they did. I was just blown away by the Maximum Spider-Man of just like, wow, this is like a whole new level for Hasbro taking on these characters, and it makes me really excited about the possibilities of what's to come when they're continuing this series. But yeah, I definitely would say that the Maximum Series Spider-Man is one of my most hyped figures of the year, along with Rom and Adam Warlock. I think they're like top 10 figures of the year material for me. But we'll see. Yeah, but that's really it for me. Thanks for letting me talk, guys, and I'll leave it back to you. Thank you.
Yeah. This is gonna be probably after the Nemesis wave, right? Okay, and that is a baffle. So they're really experimenting with their releases, getting kind of creative, getting kind of interesting. Probably cutting back a little bit because probably not doing so hot right now. Although they're like, yo, let's just spend $1 billion on this new Spider-Man. And I'm like, all right, sure. Make less figures. Learn from other companies, man. It is not a crime to put out less toys. That's Jada's model. That's why I only got like 3 figures a year. Oh, and they teased barbells as well. Yeah. Don't know who it's for.
The reason my microphone wasn't connected, even though it's
For any of that?
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Well, that's awkward.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
All right.
Don't be surprised if this episode's late. That's all I'm saying.
You got some crazy shit to talk about.
I don't know if that crazy.
I mean,
got some insane crazy shit.
Next topic is apparently there's leaks that I haven't seen. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, you haven't seen these. You haven't heard about these. All right. Well, the very next thing we're actually going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is actually some weird shit. It's some bizarro shit.
Some bazinga shit.
You might say that again. We're getting Lego anime. No, just kidding.
What?
We are getting. Jazzwares has this sub theme called BLDR or Builder, but I'm just gonna Builder. They are.
It is a shameless ripoff of the like Lego superhero buildable figures.
Yeah. I will also say that their regular builder sets aren't like this. Like they actually have like more dedicated like play sets, but these are definitely trying to capture that Lego action figure market, which is weird because that's not a market that should need to be captured. Because I don't think those things sell very
Lego
well.
even believes in.
It's not a market that they even sell too much of.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest. There's something really funny about these, and I really want Yuji, like really badly. Like I don't know what it is. I think it's just the like lull of having a Lego like inspired like JJ. It's just funny. There's Chainsaw Man, there's Yuji, and then there is Sukuna. Sukuna's probably the worst looking. I don't know why they gave him this
looks
ugly
terrible.
panel-lined thing. It also looks like the headpiece. It looks like he's like bald with like a little bit of a top on the head, which is really funny. That's really interesting. For the hands, I can't really tell what's going on.
They have an axle through the center.
They do, but on the box art they show him with an Oh, do they just come with alternate hands, I guess?
They
Interesting.
might, yeah. They might come
Yeah,
with fists
because
and then open hands.
yeah, because Sukuna on the package has an open hand as well. So
Yeah.
if they come with a closed hand and an open hand, that's pretty fun. These are weird. I mean, look, they're trying to capture a very specific market, but honestly, there's just kind of something funny about them. I don't think I'm gonna get very many, but if they made like a Lego Luffy, I'd have to buy that. And I will get Yuji. Also, they're $20. They're $20. Okay. Compared to Legos, like what you pay like $40 for one of these things. That's like this. It's like nothing.
But
So.
I mean the quality's gonna be garbage.
Well, absolutely. But still, I mean, look, it's Lego JJK. It's the closest they're ever gonna get to getting Lego JJK.
Yeah,
I'm right.
I'll get one when they make Gojo.
Yeah, they will. I'm actually surprised they haven't made Gojo yet. He's the golden boy. Also, Yuji's frowning, and he looks like he wants to go home. But Sukuna's got like a nice smiling boy face, so I don't know what.
He looks like he wants to treat you to a good
Be your
time.
friend. Yeah, he wants to be your friend. Look at him.
Yeah.
Also, what? Just
Like,
the
hey.
weirdest. Yeah, it's the weirdest outfit for them to pick for him. Just make the shirtless, scary one. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But Anime Heroes did the same thing too. It's like, why do you guys feel the need to make that look? It's not like it's like his worst look. I don't know. Anyways, that's it for that.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recently, though, revealed was a bit of an interesting leak. I don't know if I can show these on the. I don't think I'll put these in the video. But also nobody watches these. But I'll just send them anyways. We got some Lego One Piece leaks. Some of the pieces have started to come out, or be teased. So So I'm gonna send them here. All right. So we've got Luffy's body. He's got the long Miss Marvel arms, which is great. That's really fun. I'm sure there will be a normal base Luffy as well. We've got Zoro's headband hairpiece. The red one, I assume, is either for a random character or might be involved with the Pirates of the Caribbean set coming out too.
That is not Zoro's headband.
No.
That's Usopp. The hair's not green.
Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. What am I talking about? Yeah, Zoro's classic black hair.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that was. In my head when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, Zoro, it's green." I didn't even think about it. I did not even think about it. Interesting. Yeah. I guess that is Usopp. Huh. All right. Wow. I'm a moron. And then Luffy's hair plus hat. That's really cool.
Yeah, he's got two hats. He's got one that he can hold, and then one that has hair sculpted to it.
The hair one is interesting because that doesn't really look like Luffy's haircut, honestly. They gave him like weird like K-pop hair.
Well, it's the Netflix show, though.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The Netflix show hair, Luffy's Netflix actor, he has very like curly, like wavy hair. This isn't really what his hair looks like. It's close enough. It's close enough. I'm not gonna be mad. But I am actually curious if they're going to. Oh yeah, that is really cool. It has a freaking. I didn't even notice that. It's
a little bar on it.
Oh, that's freaking genius. Look at them go. That feels like an unnecessary attention to detail, but I appreciate that. And then Buggy. Buggy gets his own hair. Yippee! That's great. It's a hair hat. It looks great. His hair. The Bugzers. Yeah, it looks great. So this is pretty exciting. Good to see we're already seeing leaks. I really hope. I'm praying that the big set is anime based. Might not be, but if it is, I'll be so happy. I will be so happy. Because if it's not, then it's not the worst thing in the world. I'll still get it. It's going to be probably the Mary, so I'm okay with that. I mean, that's basically all we have for now. That's all I can work with. That's all I can really. It's cool. It's very, very cool. So exciting. Dash really wanted me to talk about this, but he's not even here, so that's funny. He really wanted me to talk about the new One Piece live action casting announcements. We've got a couple here today, actually. They have announced six characters, which is pretty impressive. Kind of seems like they're just getting ahead of the game and being like, let's just drop a bunch of characters out on us. A lot of these guys are kind of nobodies, but again, that's fine. So the first three announcements that were made was we do have some names here. Sophia Ann Caruso, who I believe is a singer, maybe, from my brief bit of research, who's playing Miss Golden Week. Now, I saw Miss Golden Week and I said, that is a child. Why are they casting a grown woman as a child? She is 16 years old, apparently. Did not know that. And you cannot blame me for thinking that wasn't...
She does not look it.
Not the actress, sorry. The character is 16 years old.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. The character... No, because I've seen how Oda draws 16-year-olds, and that's not usually how he draws them. Yeah. But the actress is 23, so that's pretty. I mean, that's pretty. That's good enough. You know, I'm not picky about. If Tom Holland can play a 25-year-old, you know, who cares? If Tom Holland can play a 15-year-old, that's what I meant to say. The other two are guys. I need to go shit. Hold on, I apologize.
Shit,
Sorry.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Sorry, guys. Something evil and fierce came out of me. Oh, God.
It's okay. I recorded a bunch more of my missing audio that you can fill in.
Oh, dope. All right. They're interesting. I don't know who these actors are. They're very, and also the characters are super like E-tier characters. So it's like, you know, cool to see them. Cool, glad that they're putting them in the series, but I doubt they're gonna have more than just like background roles or whatever. Probably the biggest one out of all these guys would be Dragon's announcement. That's Luffy's dad, played by Rigo Sanchez. And you know what? I looked up some pictures of him, and he does look like he could be related to the guy playing Luffy. So that's pretty cool. I don't know how good of an actor he is. I don't know what his skills are, but hey, good, cool. This is the most we see Dragon do anything in the story, so can't wait to see him for one episode, unless they decide to give him a bigger role. The other guys are interesting.
Will, honestly.
I could see them doing that, yeah. Because this man has had literally nothing to do in the entire series, so I can see them being like, well, let's go back and let's give him a little bit more to do. I mean, they might not even reveal... I mean, it's interesting. They just list him as Dragon here. They don't call him by his full name, so that kind of leads me to believe that in the story, we won't know his full name yet. So, it's interesting. It's an interesting... I actually appreciate how they've been doing that. They're keeping things surprise for the new fans, which I like. All the anime fans are like, that's Luffy's dad. But because I literally just did that. But the other two are interesting too. My phone is frozen. Oh, there we go. The other two are interesting as well. Igorum's a fun character. I wasn't expecting. I mean, it's very interesting to see how they adapt this guy with his weird ass hair. I'm very much looking forward to seeing that. And then the last guy is actually a swords salesman who sells Zoro his new sword. So that's kind of fun. Other than that, nothing super exciting. There is a little bit of a game theory I have.
Oh, really?
A little bit. I don't think they're going to announce Ace's actor. I think that will be the post-credit scene like they did for Smoker of Season 1. I think they're going to save that. And I have a very strong theory. This is just me putting it out there. I think it'll be the guy who played Blue Beetle. I think that's my current cast prediction. Because those two are buddy-buddy. They've been seen together quite a lot. The guy who plays Luffy and the guy who and then Blue Beetle. They started together. I think they were in Karate Kid not Karate Kid, Cobra Kai together or something like that. So they've had experience working together before. It's just my game theory. He looks like he'd be a pretty decent ace. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm putting that out there in the world. I don't know if it's already been rumored. I don't know if we know about it, but I'm just saying that. And if I'm right, I get $1 million. Will I be right? Probably not. But you know what?
I think he looks Chad enough to be ace.
No, but nobody is. Nobody will ever.
Perfect.
Nobody's that perfect.
He's also like your age.
He's my age.
He's 20.
But Luffy. Well, that actually lines up because he's a few years older than Luffy, and Luffy's actor is like 19 or something. He's young. What's next on the docket?
Next up,
Switch.
Switch 2.
Yeah, so probably gaming's
Editor.
worst kept secret.
Insert switch click sound effect.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. So yeah, the Switch 2 is gaming's worst kept secret. Is Nintendo's worst. Everyone knew this was happening. I mean, unless you're like super casual, like mom or dad or something, who most people knew this was happening. We've seen the design. This is not new information, but I think this came out because they're like, well, everyone knows about it. Let's just throw something together. And it doesn't.
Reportedly, Nintendo's super pissed about all the leaks.
Oh, Nintendo, you know how Nintendo is with leaks and they'll sue people over something. They're probably not happy about it. I think Hideki Kamiya, who is the lead developer on Okami 2, he's infamously kind of he just tweets insane things half the time. But there's a quote from him and it's absolutely hilarious where he's just like, "These fuckers are ruining it for everyone." He's really.
Wow.
I'll see if I can find it and send it because it is hilarious. Nintendo Switch 2. They don't really announce anything that's super crazy. It's slightly bigger than the regular Switch. It's reportedly. No, not really. They just showed it. Yeah, there wasn't a guy speaking. It was just, "Hey, look at this. It's the Switch."
And there's a direct about it for April.
Yes, yeah. That's when they're going to have the most to actually probably talk about. We do know that it'll most likely be backwards compatible with pretty much every Switch game. That's great,
They said that.
Yes. There is a thing where they're not going to be every Switch game because there are certain games that are acquired with the old Joy-Con. So you can't use those, the old Joy-Cons. But that's like 4 games, so it doesn't really matter. Great idea. Backwards compatibility is just a must nowadays. I'm like dead set that if you just need to make everything backwards compatible. I'm so mad the PS5 can't play like PS1 games. It's something that should just be possible. You have the technology to do it. I don't know why it's not a thing. But anyways, they also showcased Mario Kart 9 or 10. We don't know what it's called yet. A new Mario Kart. All we really know about it is that they overhauled a bit, but there are new designs for a lot of the characters. They're leaning a bit more into the Wonder style and a bit of movie inspiration for Donkey Kong. And people, let me tell you, They are divided on Donkey Kong. People fucking hate his design, or people love it. It's like a war. I've seen people draw amazing fan art, and I've seen people saying, "What the fuck did they do to him?" I kind of like it.
Boy.
I kind of like it. I don't know why. I kind of dig it. I need to see more of the designs. Get a better grasp.
Actual high quality images.
Oh yeah.
Cause...
Oh yeah. He's like far away in the background, so it's kind of like all you can see are his eyebrow, and you're like, what the fuck?
As it stands now, he looks freaky.
Yeah, it's true. He's real big too. He's got his big, thick old arms.
Mm-hmm.
And then the map looks huge that they showcased, as well as having maybe 24 racers, which is a lot, too much probably. You're gonna hit it with a blue shell, and you're gonna go
racists.
You're gonna hit with blue shell, and you're gonna end to the very end of the back, and you're gonna get pissed. You're gonna be not happy about that.
Oh, yeah.
But that's really all we know. It looks interesting. It's probably gonna be $500 Canadian, so I'm not excited about that. It's the Switch. We'll find out more in April. That's really all we can say. People are like, "Oh, they reveal like we already knew about it." There's no. I guess it's cool that the cat's out of the bag, you know.
We
but
probably still know more than they announced.
Oh, for sure. I guarantee it. Anyways, that's the Switch. That's friggin' Switch too. So, Marvel pretty randomly, I feel like, just dropped a Daredevil trailer. I didn't know this was happening till the day that it came out. To be fair, I usually don't know things are happening, but I didn't hear anyone mention a trailer anytime soon. So I caught me off guard. But, in my opinion, it looks really good. Now, we've been burned with Marvel trailers before, so I can't fully lock in yet. But I will say, from what we've seen, it just looks like a pretty good goddamn show. With some
the
interesting decisions.
Pitches a tonal and continuation of the Netflix Daredevil show, which is not what it was originally going to be. They had to completely restructure the entire show.
Thank God.
They had to fire the writers and showrunners.
Yeah. From what I've heard, it sounds like it was going to be rough. It sounded like he doesn't suit up to like episode 4, and it was more comedic, and it sounds like it was originally going to be pretty rough. So the fact that Karen and Foggy weren't set to return immediately was a bad sign. We knew something was going wrong there. But yeah.
Wilson Fisk is the mayor.
He's got a cool robot eye, I think.
Yes. Matt is retired because a line was crossed. Karen or Foggy probably died, or both.
I'm thinking Foggy, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm thinking Foggy.
Karen's in the trailer a little bit more than Foggy, so she has her like actual like individual, and I could see if they want to keep anyone, it would most likely be Foggy. Karen. That's what I meant to say.
Because she's hot.
Well, that and she's such but also Matt's friggin' some other chick in this show.
Yeah,
so.
But Matt's always he was sleeping with She-Hulk too. So,
yeah, he'll come back around to Karen.
Yeah, he always comes back to Karen.
Who could blame a man? No, I'm very glad. I'll be quite sad if Foggy dies. But if it fits what they're going for, then by all means, do it. But like, I hope they have a point, and it's not just get rid of them. We know what Bullseye's in this show, at least briefly. Muse,
probably the first episode.
Yeah, Muse and Wilson Fisk. There's White Tiger in this show, I think.
And
also
Punisher.
Oh right, Punisher. He looks great. It's good to see him again. He's he's reacting to the state of Marvel. He comes back into this world and he's like, "What's going on?"
Uh-huh.
He looks about where we'd expect him to be mentally.
He is visually where we all are mentally
Yeah.
in 2025.
Yeah, that was he went through COVID and stuff, and he came out and he was like, "What's going on?"
What's happening?
Yeah, he looks great. The Wilson Fisk and Matt Murdock introduction is in the interaction is so good.
They're having a little lunch date.
They're having a little date, but there's some tension behind it. They're like, "Yo, if you know,
sexual tension."
oh yeah." I actually saw a meme of like Wilson Fisk like kicking his leg at Matt Murdock. Like it's literally like sitting. It's like I'm surprised. I'm glad to
they're
see
playing
you.
footsies under the table.
Yeah. And Matt's like, I don't want to. I don't like it.
My best friend is dead. I don't want to do this.
We see like a guy get like his arm ripped open.
Yeah,
basically,
Matt like bends someone's arm backwards.
that's pretty gnarly.
We get some clips of Kingpin brutally murdering somebody who attacks him. There's another clip of I think probably Muse in an alleyway, like stomping on somebody's leg.
So if you're looking for violence, here you go. You got it.
Yeah, there's blood.
Lots of blood. Show. Oh, we're the real edgy Disney show now. You know.
Yeah.
I really can't say much aside from the fact that I think it looks really solid, and I just think it's. I hope it's good. I really do. I think we need it. I think Daredevil really needs to be good. You know, I just. This 2025 is a very interesting year for Marvel. It kind of started off on a bit of a wet fart with What If, and then we'll see how Spider-Man goes. And then
Spider-Man's coming up.
We have what? We're getting also. I think we're getting Wonder Man this year too, and like we're getting a couple things this year. But Fantastic Four is like the big. Oh, and
Daredevil, Fantastic Four, and Thunderbolts also.
Oh, is Thunderbolts also this year? Holy shit!
Yeah, 3 movies.
Thunderbolts and Cap. Oh my god.
Yep.
And Fantastic Four.
Thunderbolts was supposed to release on December 20th, same day as Sonic, but they delayed it.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh man, that probably would have killed Sonic. Well, I don't know.
No, I think Sonic would have buried Thunderbolts.
Yeah, probably. They probably, and Mufasa was coming out too, so they didn't want to do that. That makes sense. They didn't want to have their
Disney wouldn't have put out 2 movies at the same day.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Mufasa only moved that date after Thunderbolts moved off.
Gotcha.
We got
trailer looks solid.
Year for the MCU.
I hope Daredevil's good. I hope
if they fuck this show up somehow, like you just hang yourself, just end it all.
I don't think Cap 4 will be very great.
If you fuck this show up, that is cinematic suicide.
But my faith is then put towards Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts, both of which, well, we haven't seen anything of Fantastic Four really, but Thunderbolts looks really solid. I hear they did a lot of really impressive stuff. I'm worried for Fantastic Four. I'm hoping it's good, especially. I will say. Oh yeah.
Here's the thing: if they fuck this show up, it doesn't matter to me how good Thunderbolts or Fantastic Four are. I could never trust them again, even after like a massive restructuring of the show. Like, oh, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna take it in the correct direction that we should have. You still fuck it up, you're done. It's over. You've proven that you can't do it anymore.
Well, yeah. I guess all we can do is wait and see.
Yeah, but I mean, I really do hope Thunderbolts is great, and I hope
I've got faith.
Fantastic Four is great.
I've got faith.
I have no faith in Captain
Cap.
4.
No, Cap 4
I'm gonna
is.
See it next month, but I don't have faith in it.
I'm assuming the Red Hulk scenes will be cool, and that's basically it.
Yeah,
I'm thinking you'll have a 2-hour and 40-minute long movie, and their 5 minutes are dedicated towards Red Hulk, and that will probably be the best part. Or maybe it's secretly incredible. Maybe it's the best Marvel movie of all time, but I doubt it.
Not
They've
according to
remade the
test
movie
screenings.
They've refilmed the movie like 70 times. Thunderbolts on the end of it is getting massive praise. It's doing very well.
And you haven't heard Jack about reshoots for that.
No, they said it went smoothly. They said there was no problems with it. Cap 4, they're like, I don't know, fucking, there's a secret Serpent Society.
We've had our 6th test screening and they still don't like it.
What do we
More
do?
reshoots.
Maybe redo the fucking movie at that point.
I don't know.
Maybe you've got something bad on your sleeve. But you know what isn't bad,
Maybe
Tyler?
you shit the bed.
You know what's not bad?
Yeah, you know what didn't shit the bed for once? Star Wars!
Skeleton Crew finale came out, and it's good. It's really good.
It's so good. Oh my god.
The show was good. It didn't end off on a dud. It was good.
We've already named an episode Peak Star Wars, so this episode can't be Peak Star Wars, but it was Peak Star Wars.
Peak Star Wars again.
Peak Star Wars 2.
It was really it was good. It was so good. I mean, like, the fact of the matter is that, like, this was I've been saying that, I've been using this expression a lot tonight, but we have been burnt by Star Wars shows before.
We have.
We've had bad finales. This was not one of them. This was very good. This show surprised everyone. All 20 people who watched it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Not great. But, you know, hopefully Disney will look past that and understand that this is still a quality product. This was better than the Acolyte finale. This was better than the Ahsoka finale. This is better than the Obi-Wan finale. This is better than the Mando Season 3 finale. I haven't seen the Mando Season 2 finale in a while, but that had Luke Skywalker, so that was pretty peak.
That one was pretty crazy. But that one's more like fan servicey, though, to be fair. Like he's got
This felt like a video game. Like, there's so many moving parts and set pieces and things happening simultaneously. Like, it was and like all these different things getting paid off. It was like
it all came to a great head. We were all wrong about Jod in a way. He was much more reasonable than I was expecting him to be, which is good.
Yeah,
there were some scary moments.
That he never like actually wanted to hurt the kids, and you can tell that like he felt bad when he thought that KB died.
Yeah. No, that was a great moment. That was so good. One of the benefits of getting Jude Law, to do
just an
like
incredible
nailed it so well. This show, and like, kid actors are hard because they can kind of turn out either bad or good, but they were pretty good in this show. I don't have any complaints.
Jude Law elevates them.
Oh yeah.
In every scene that he interacts with them.
Smee came back.
Yeah. For this fucking character, you fake out Death King.
He's died like 3 times.
Yeah, he'll get shot every single scene he's in, get his head cut off, and he's still fine.
I'm glad I didn't kill him. He's such a part of the cast.
I know.
And it's just this crazy epic finale where the parents get involved, and that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's basically like aliens invade Earth is what happens, because the pirates invade At-Aten and start taking over and like
wrangling
people up by the dozens. Like, they're gonna put them in concentration camps.
Yeah, they're gonna work. They're gonna make more money, which is ironic because that's the most amount of money Jod has ever seen in his life. He doesn't probably need more than that, but he's like, no, I want even more. Like, so he just peak greediness there.
He wants to run the money planet.
Tension was high. There were genuine moments where I was like, what the fuck is gonna happen? Like, I was sitting there like, oh shit, is someone gonna die here? Like, I was like, there are a lot of moments like that where I'm on.
we were talking about last week where I was like, if anybody's gonna die, it might be William's dad, and then he had a lightsaber to his throat.
It got close. I was worried. I was like, this show was a masterclass.
Did you jump for joy when he hopped on that speeder bike and was riding along with his kids?
It was so good. He was
Yeah.
like, I love when he's like, we need to find a way to get the power on. He's like, you're talking to a level 7 analyst here.
Systems
I can.
coordinator.
Yeah. He's like, I got this. It was like, it was so satisfying to see everyone come back together. It really was. And Neil getting to like pilot the turret was great, and then KB
Oh,
getting
God,
to
yeah.
fly the ship. Like everyone does something. Fern gets fantastic moments this episode with her mom. That was
Yeah.
crazy. She really I thought I was gonna hate her when the show first started, but she really the show surprises you. It really does. Like it takes something you don't think is gonna be like good or like, oh, I'm gonna hate this, and then it just works. It really works.
And yeah, any
I'm like-
character you think you're not gonna like, you will like by the end.
You love like you're like, okay, that's
Yeah.
that's awesome. And a character that you're like, oh, I'm gonna love him, like fucking Brutus, and then he dies.
It doesn't do
It's
anything.
terrible. Yeah. Oh man. But I think the highlights of this episode was the action. It was just so much fun.
Yeah,
The
and just
tension.
it's hard to say because it's not like it's very low stakes. Like,
Oh yeah.
but
Relatively speaking, for Star Wars, absolutely.
But the scale, it feels so much more grand than most of the finales that we've gotten.
Most of the
Star Wars
shows, any of the sequel movies, like
Yeah,
because you
there's
care.
There's all these moving pieces with characters that you care about doing important things, and like there's actual stakes with each of them. Whereas like
Genius.
fucking Mando season 3 finale,
Oh,
they
yeah.
raid a base. Paz Vizsla dies. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Axe Woves is gonna crash a ship into the base. Okay.
Mando
Everybody
season
gets
3
out
finale. Mando season 3 finale feels like if they had actually properly set up everything, probably could have rocked, but it just didn't. It was like, I still think it's a fun finale, but it's not like, it does not leave a very lasting impression on you. Like it is like, oh, okay, he gets cool, epic final boss armor, and they fly around like it's
And
okay.
then there's an explosion behind him, and he goes, ah, and then he's
Yeah.
gone.
He fakes out death. He was already gone, and then they brought him back with a dog ass haircut for some reason.
And they took
And-
his goddamn mustache away.
I don't know. That was stupidest thing he's ever done. Just put a fake mustache and toupee on him at that point. It doesn't even
Just
look
a-
like the
just a
same
paste
character.
on one, and it'd be fun at least.
It just because that's what he's known for. Now he just looks like fucking Sidewinder or whatever from Cap 4.
Yeah, with black hair.
Like, it was so dumb. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, why you take away the best features of a character? That's like bringing back Thrawn and making him pale. Like, like
Making
just
him a
skin
white
color.
guy.
Yeah, it's like what? That's not. I don't like. I like the fact that Thrawn is blue. Why did you take that away? Anyway,
Why'd
that's a whole
you-
tangent.
yeah. Why'd you whitewash him?
But why'd you whitewash my boy Thrawn? They didn't have. I don't know why I'm going on this weird Thrawn tangent. Never happened.
I want so badly for the Obi-Wan finale to be my favorite, but if it didn't have all the goddamn Reva shit in it, it would
Right.
be. If it was just the Obi-Wan and Darth Vader stuff and then the resolution, but it's not, so it can't be. So yeah, this is the best. This is the best Star Wars finale at least since Mando season 2.
That show could have been.
Book of Boba Fett season finale. Don't even get me started.
But he rides the Rancor. It's epic.
He stabs Cad Bane.
Another case where like you have this really epic setup for a finale, and then it's too much, and you don't care about what's happening because you spend so much time on this nonsense that you don't even care about.
Yeah.
Like Boba Fett, we don't care about what Boba Fett's doing in his own show. They dedicate more time to Mando at that point.
Well, yeah, I mean, by the last 3 episodes, yeah.
It's like, what the frick were they doing? This is the thing, okay? Every Star Wars thing has felt like they're trying to like build up their universe and have these epic, like crazy finale. This is so isolated that it works so well because it's a microcosm. You don't have to. A season 2 would be great, but you don't have to make a season 2.
Yeah.
I'd be totally fine if this was it. I could live happily.
And it just
If they do it.
ends. We don't even need, like, we don't need to know what happens with that and like
No.
how it gets integrated into the New Republic.
No, we don't need to see what happens to even Jod. It's fine.
Yeah,
He gets
We
his
can
nice moment.
infer, we can assume, and we'll probably see Jod in something else anyway.
Jod will show up and he'll have an eye patch and he'll be like,
Be like,
he'll be like,
Wim stole me eye.
Wim ran in last second, rip his eye out, and then ran
Just
back
stabbed
out.
him in the face.
He went, actually, Jod. It's funny because he actually tried to save Jod. He was like,
Yeah.
Jod.
Well, he tried to get him to come with him, not save him. It's not like he was going to die or anything.
He didn't know that. He would have assumed he was probably going to die at that point. Because let's be real, that tower, I actually thought that's where they were going with it. I thought they were going to leave the tower, and then I thought it was going to, I thought the ship was going to crash into it. And I thought it was going to be I thought it was going to go down with the ship. Well, yeah, that's why because he was looking out, and I was like, is that what they're going with this? I'm glad they didn't do that.
Yeah.
But because he's such a good character. He's easily
Look
peak.
at his backstory, too. This is a wholesome family moment you're witnessing. Are you listening? Are you listening to this wholesome family moment? Are you watching? He's talking to either his mama or his dada. And it's cute. It's cute AF. Oh, it's mama. Is he mama? Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. I was narrating over your conversation. I was like, this is a wholesome family moment you're witnessing.
It was he got very excited. He was all tucked in, and then he got his ears were all tucked back. And he was like, yeah, it was sweet. Peak Star Wars.
Yeah. Faux show.
I mean, I want, honestly, if you're gonna do more shit like this, where you have a talented director, just make an isolated Star Wars thing, and have it be good. And don't try to set up anything or be this big. Just do that, because I think, I hate to use this term because it sounds so lame, but what is Star Wars? This show feels like the essence of what the movies should be. Especially the original trilogy. You feel it. You feel that heart and soul that Star Wars hasn't had in a very long time. I like Mando, but it is its own thing. It is trying to set up stuff. It is, well, not so much season 1, but definitely the other seasons are definitely, bringing in characters. I think the fact that we didn't see a character like Holdo in this show is totally fine. We didn't need that. Would it have been cool? Absolutely. But then again, you're just...
Holdo is a random take.
Well, it's pirate. That's the connection.
Oh, Hondo.
Oh, Hondo, not Holdo. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Who's Holdo again?
Holdo's the pink woman that kills herself.
Sorry,
that is a random take.
Yeah, we didn't see Holdo in the new show. Goddamn, that was the big one that we were all waiting for.
Peak character cameo.
Can we call this episode "The Return of Holdo"? Put her in the thumbnail. Oh, that's good. No, Hondo? Is that his name?
Hondo Onaka.
Okay, Hondo. Yes, that's what I meant. Hondo, because he's a pirate. There you go. We didn't need to see him.
Yeah, we did not.
Would have been cool, but again, it also would have been kind of unnecessary. That's not the point of the show. All new characters. They didn't bring what's his name, the X-wing pilot into that. That's totally fine. We didn't need to see him. Yeah. They rocked it. They really rocked it, and I'm so happy that they did it. And I really just can't emphasize just how happy this show made me. One dud episode, and even then, it has a fantastic ending. So it's like. It's like
what are you gonna do?
It's like I'm so happy. I'm so sad it's over. I'm so because it was such a joy to watch.
If we did get a season 2, then you make Hondo the ride-along pirate.
There you go, and then ruin the show immediately. Put Holdo there too.
Mean. Yeah, Holdo. She can crash a ship into another ship and die, and then she comes back and inexplicably comes back in The Last Jedi.
Young Holdo. We see young Holdo show up. Game theory. The French chick.
She's the same age as Leia. She's not young.
Also, I mean, this is really strange, by the way. This is a very random side tangent, but I need to bring this up because this bothers me. If you go to Disney Plus and if you go to that episode that we're talking about, not the whole, yeah, the
bad
Holdo
episode?
episode. Yeah, the bad episode. And if you read the description of it, it is weird, man.
Let's see.
It says something bizarre. Just read it.
Okay, I'm getting there.
All right.
I'm gonna watch The Secret Life of Incels or whatever.
Yeah, let's watch the Incel show. Okay, yeah.
Can't say I remember Manhattan. Our heroes face a surprise in a familiar setting.
How is that familiar? There's nothing familiar about that setting at all. I don't know what.
I mean, it's like they say it's exactly like Manhattan, but it's destroyed.
Oh, that's what they mean. Okay, I thought they meant like.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Y'all.
Oh boy. Oh, my whole tangent is null and void. That's fine.
Faction logic.
I got ratioed live. You guys saw it here. You can confirm that I indeed got ratioed by Kasai or Tyler. Anyways, I'm so happy, but I'm also so sad that it's over. Yeah. So, if you haven't watched Skeleton Crew, go watch it. Please give it a
show. It is so much better than The Acolyte.
If you have kids, it's a perfect show to watch with your kids. It is like I'm gonna try to see if I can get Cam to watch it with me because it's something that we're just gonna enjoy. Like it is just.
I don't know. Cam's gonna be like, this is stupid. I don't care.
No, Cam will like it. Cam will like it.
No, I think
Cam's not
like, I'm too cool for this.
Nah, Cam's not that opinionated. It just depends on what it is. I think that's it, right?
I think so. Yeah.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all she wrote. Yeah. Thank you very much for listening. The All Things Geek podcast. Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
With Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, I think.
Yeah. And maybe something else.
I think it'll be out.
Something else, maybe?
Insert sound effect. Bye.
It didn't do that all. It didn't do that. That's a perfect place.